Welcome back, Tax Newcomers alike, to Phoenix Wright Trials and Tribulations. It's time to begin the first trial of Case 2, and we're about to meet a new prosecutor. Let's do this.
Hey, Nick!
What is it? Is something wrong?
Nah, but did you see all the people here? It's crazy! Oh, look at this! I bought this mask-to-mask publicity photo.
You bought that? Where?
From the little tents in front of the courthouse. They have all sorts of things for sale.
You know I'm a sucker for this kind of stuff.
Mask-to-mask publicity photo added to the court record.
Come on, I'm guilty. Throw the book at me.
Who's screaming like that?
Oh, Mr. Wright, you made it.
Yeah, I did, but it doesn't look like things are going to get any less ugly for you.
Because I did it. I'm the criminal. Me.
Ugh, he's at it again.
I sent the calling card to Lordly Taylor. I admit it.
But you don't have the sacred urn, right?
Well, that's true. But that doesn't mean that I didn't commit the crime.
Normally, when I say, of course you didn't, I'm being sarcastic, but you... Yikes.
Anyway, I admit that I'm guilty. So make sure they give me a guilty verdict. Please?
Oh, there you are, Ronnie. Bonjour, sweetie.
Oh, Desi, honey. Bonjour. Well, actually, I don't really know why I should be speaking French to you at a time like this.
Leave it all to me, Ronnie. I swear I'll protect you.
You see, actually, the thief is,
Can I tell you something, Nicky boy? I can guarantee that my Ronnie is innocent. If he's declared guilty, I'll be ever so cross with you.
So, why are you smiling when you say it?
Well, if you'll excuse me, I've got some errands I need to take care of. I'm counting on you, Nicky boy. Good luck.
Here we go. To be honest, I really don't know whether Ron is mask-to-mask or not. But there's only one thing I am sure of. He doesn't have the sacred urn right now. For the time being, I guess I'll just have to trust Desiree. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Ron Delite. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Weird. He reminds me of Geordi from Star Trek. What about the prosecution? Are you prepared to...
What a stupid question.
What did you say?
Fine, let me ask you then, Your Honor. Are you ready? Are you ready to pass judgment?
No, I'm not. I will pass judgment after I hear arguments from both sides.
Well, if you're not ready yourself, you shouldn't expect others to be. That's a rule to live by.
Who are you?
I am Godot, legendary prosecutor. I have never lost a case.
Oh, he's the one that Detective Atmey was talking about.
Yes, your reputation precedes you. What kind of cases have you dealt with so far?
None.
What did you say?
I've never prosecuted a case before.
It's quite legendary indeed. Never? But you said you've never lost before.
Exactly. I've never lost. I've never won before either.
Quite arrogant for a beginner, are you?
Even the mightiest of redwoods begin their lives as mere saplings.
Yes, but a mask in court of law?
Don't you know anything? No matter the man, we all wear masks. either on our faces or over our hearts.
Yeah.
This guy's a real deal, alright, Nick.
Why does it seem like all prosecutors are the real deal?
So we finally meet, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Nick, is he a friend of yours?
No, I don't have any friends that call me Trite. Just who is this masked man?
I've returned from the depths of hell to do battle with you.
Well then, Prosecutor Gobo?
It's not Gobo, it's Godot, Your Honor.
In any case, please give your opening statement.
Opening statement? Those things are not fit for even dogs to consume. I have only one thing to say before we start. To you, Mr. Trite.
What is it?
Are you familiar with the saying, a chain is only as strong as its weakest link? I wonder how much you can withstand before you and your case break in two.
Well then, let's hear from the first witness. Oh god, Gumshoe.
My name is...
No one has asked for your name, witness. The important thing is what you know. That's all. Start talking. We're listening.
Yes, sir.
Alright, witness. First, let's hear about what you know about the thief that stole the urn.
Yes, sir.
Poor Gumshoe. He's so bullied.
You're telling me, pal. Master Mask is a master thief that first started his crime spree 6 months ago. He's so confident that he sends his calling card before he even commits the crime. This was his 5th heist, and as usual, he sent a card on to Lordly Taylor. His pattern is to always go after only the most precious art pieces. That's why we're sure it was Master Mask, sir. It fits his MO to a T.
So then the actual identity of this Master Mask is... Mr. Godot, you... We're in the middle of a trial here, Mr. Godot.
Blacker than a moonless night. Hotter and more bitter than hell itself. That is coffee. I'm sure you can grant me at least this much, Your Honor. Oh, please, proceed.
Very well. It's only coffee after all, even though the beard is clearly a tea guy. What? You can't be letting him slide this early in the... What? You can't be letting him slide this early in the trial? Proceed with your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
Well, Nick, what are you gonna do?
As long as they haven't brought up Mr. Delite's identity, all we can do is show that it wasn't Master Mask who stole the urn. Master Mask crimes. Okay. I saw a blatant contradiction in this one. Save state, because I'm paranoid, but the urn is absolutely worthless. Can I ask you a little something, Detective Gumshoe?
Just hearing the little in that question is making me nervous.
You said that he always goes after the most precious art pieces, right?
That's right, pal.
But there's one problem. That's not what he did in this case. The supposedly priceless urn doesn't exactly rise to the level of precious art.
Well, what do you mean?
Nick, how can you say such a terrible thing?
No, I meant from a financial point of view. I mean, it wouldn't fetch a good price. Well, Prosecutor Godot, what is the value of that urn?
The appraisers I spoke to said they couldn't attach a price to it. And I mean that in the worst sense.
So, in other words, it was not the kind of item that Master Mask would normally go after. If I understand you correctly, Mr. Wright, you're saying that the theft of the sacred urn was not the work of Master Mask? Yes, that's what I'm saying. Actually, all I did was point out the contradiction. The argument made itself, but... wow. First of all, we need to get this issue cleared up. Was this the last robbery the work of Master Mask or not? What do you have to say about this, Mr. Godot?
This coffee here, it's my own special blend. I call it Godot number 107. I'm trying to decide whether to cut down on the acidity or the bitterness. That's the only thing I've got on my mind right now, Mr. Trite.
What?
If you're really a man, you should be able to clean up your own mess.
Sorry, but I don't get what you mean.
If you're saying it wasn't Master Mask that stole the urn, then it must be someone imitating Master Mask's methods. A fake.
A fake Master Mask? A fake Damask?
Fake Damask? That sounds so ridiculous. But I like it.
Now, before I decide on my coffee, I believe some proof is in order, Mr. Trite. Proof that the person who appeared at Lordly Taylor that night was actually a fake.
Though I don't approve of Mr. Godot's behavior, his point is valid. Mr. Wright, we're waiting. It looks like I'm going to have to prove it. I need proof that the person at Lordly Taylor that night was in fact fake Damask. Alright, let me see here. The publicity photo. That's what it is. What does this evidence supposed to prove?
Huh! Proves someone here's a fake, alright. It proves that this lawyer's a fake.
This prosecutor sure. Okay, so it's not the publicity photo? Wait, what is that one? Oh, shoot. Not that one. I meant the freaking... not that one. It's the security camera photo. I got the photos mixed up. My bad. The proof is right here. This looks like a photo taken by a security camera. But if you look closely, you'll notice something peculiar about it.
Well then, why don't you go ahead and show us what it is? Go on. Use this pointer and show us just what about this picture is just so peculiar.
Okay, if I remember this game correctly, I believe it's here. It's right here, of course. You mean Master Mask? I have here a piece of reference I would like the court to take a look at.
Isn't that the publicity photo I bought this morning?
The problem I have with the security camera photo is the brooch on the problem I have with the security camera photo is the brooch on the this line. The problem I have with the security camera photo is the brooch on Damask's chest. A breach? Here? Bailiff, get my steed! We need to retreat at once! A brooch, Your Honor. It's a sort of clasp for holding one's cape on. A clasp, eh? Ah, I see now.
But the Master Mask in the security camera photo. Ugh, he has no brooch.
That brooch is the same as the emblem on Damask. That brooch? God freaking hate this word. Okay. That brooch is the same as the emblem on Damask's calling card and serves as a symbol. But the thief that broke into Lordly Taylor wasn't wearing a brooch. In other words, this Master Mask is a fake!
I've been fooled again!
Order! It's true, undeniably true. Detective Gumshoe, how could you have overlooked this?
I'm sorry, sir. I don't know how I...
Hey now. If you're gonna have a pity party, invite me too. I'll bring the bitches.
Mr. Godot, you deserve some blame for this too. How could you have overlooked such a large brooch?
Huh, the brooch you're talking about? Do you mean this?
Ah,
That's Master Mask's brooch. Where'd you find it?
I've always had a good nose for evidence. I got it at the crime scene. Duh. It was hidden in the shadow of the big cross-dressing Buddha statue.
Buddha statue? You must mean the Ami Faye statue.
why didn't you tell me about that, sir?
I always put evidence away in my pocket. After all, it's the safest place for crucial evidence. Plus, you suck.
This guy's one cool customer.
It's a little early to be shaken up, isn't it, little lady? That friend of yours left pretty little hickeys on there, too.
Hickeys?
Figuratively speaking, of course. I'm referring to Ron Delite's fingerprints.
What?
What? The defendant's fingerprints are on the brooch? Order in the court! Mr. Godot, let's see that brooch.
I've grown attached to my metallic girlfriend here. Take good care of her.
It appears to have been torn off some clothing. There's a little bit of cloth left on the back.
Obviously, there must have been a big struggle that night at the crime scene.
Uh-oh. Phoenix, we have a problem. The masked brooch added to the court record.
You mess with Godot. And you get burned.
He's been playing me like a violin.
Well, Judge, I'm about ready to call my next witness.
Huh? You're done with me? But I haven't proved anything yet.
You've proven your own incompetence. That's good enough.
Oh, poor Gumshoe.
Oh, that doesn't sound good at all.
Bailiff, bring the next witness into the courtroom. Finally, time for the ace detective to make his appearance, huh?
One second is one drip of the coffee pot. Let's hurry it up.
Shh! Silence! Now I see. It's all becoming clear.
What's clear?
Safari! The truth has once again been elegantly revealed to me. What we have here is a judge, a prosecutor, and a coffee maniac at that. Am I correct?
Well, yes, that's right.
Not bad. Not bad at all. You're the first person that's ever been able to penetrate my secret veil. That's what she said.
Well, Mr. Prosecutor, let me introduce myself. My name is Luke Atmey, ace detective and rising star illuminating the heavens.
Boy, those two make a perfect pair.
They'd either be best friends or they'd tear each other's heads off. I've heard that on the night of the crime, you were all alone on security detail.
You have heard correctly. My specially made monocle is worth more than 100 Detective Gumshoes.
Oh, I was gonna bully the guy.
If Detective Gumshoe was worth anything, that is.
Oh. How? Why was this guy all by himself anyway? There must be some reason, I'm sure of it.
It was approximately 1 o'clock in the morning, just after the date changed. That's when my nemesis, the infamous Mask the Mask, tensely descended upon me. Just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike. When I awoke, he was gone. 30 minutes later, I used an emergency phone to notify the police.
So you didn't get a clear look at the criminal?
My specially made monocle never misses a thing. However, that is limited to things that fall within my visual range. But of course, that's only natural.
I fail to see why the witness seems so proud of his performance that evening.
So, old-timer, let me explain. We are not speaking of any ordinary thief, but of the king of thieves, the great Mask the Mask, my arch-enemy. That is what my instincts and my years of experience tell me.
Very well. Proceed with the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Alright, what do we got here? Alright. See what I did there? It's approximately 1 o'clock, just after the day change. I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head, and when I awoke he was gone. Use your emergency phone. I don't have any phones, so let's press. About this 30 minutes.
My civil cord was loosened, and my soul fled to the golden halls of Elysium.
Oh, as usual, I have no idea what this guy is saying.
I think he's saying that he was out cold. So, what happened during those 30 minutes?
No one can say, Your Honor. That spat of time has truly vanished into the ether.
Just what is he going on about?
There's something suspicious about Detective Atmey. How could he not have noticed when the thief came in?
Also, he says he was knocked unconscious before he could fight back. But that can't be right. It contradicts the evidence.
Huh? Which piece?
The real question is, why would he tell such an obvious lie? Alright, screw it. We're gonna try presenting the brooch. That was it? Why? Mr. Atmey, could you take a look at this with that special monocle of yours?
Aha! This belongs to the criminal mastermind, my arch-nemesis, Mask the Mask. It is in point of fact, Mask the Mask's brooch.
It was found on the floor of the basement warehouse. I wonder how that happened.
Ha! Elementary, my dear lawyer. Obviously, it wasn't glued on well enough.
Not quite. It clearly shows signs of having been ripped off a piece of clothing. Ripped off? Ah! We can only deduce that the thief struggled with someone that night. Oh. Duh. Forgot about that. Little details, guys. That's the only thing I can think of. And there's only one person that was in a position to have a struggle with the thief. The only person that was on security duty that night. You, Detective Atmey! Detective Atmey, you must have fought with the thief that night. So, why did you lie in your testimony to the court? Witness, giving false testimony is a serious crime.
No. Wait just a moment, sir, old-timer.
Don't talk to me like I'm living in a nursing home.
I just remembered, Your Honor. I was just confused because I've been dealing with so many cases lately.
The true measure of a man is in the amount of work he does. That's what I always say.
Nick, you can only handle one case at a time. Isn't that right?
You talk too much. Witness, so are you now saying that you and the thief fought?
Hold on. That's quite enough. Your Honor.
Excuse me?
Save the big questions for the testimony. That's one of my rules.
Indeed. I understand. Look at me, agree completely.
Fight with the thief.
Indeed, it's true that I looked away from the door for a brief moment. However, look at me cannot be so easily discombobulated. Unfortunately, the thief grabbed a weapon from the side and rendered me senseless. A true gentleman fights only with his fists, but they were not enough. His first blow struck true, bam, and that's all she wrote.
So in the end, you did catch a glimpse of Mask to Mask.
Correct! It was during his third crime that he struck me from behind. It seems that my memory has become a tad jumbled, so to speak.
Well, that's certainly understandable. I myself always get confused about which testimony goes with which case. That can't be good. Alright, I think I know what to present in this one. It's what I've been trying to present in the last one. Ask about the fighting style. What is this Atmey fighting style?
I'm sorry, but that's a trade secret. I really can't say anymore. But I suppose I can tell you if I absolutely must. The thing is to put your back to the wall. That way, no one can get behind you.
And there it is. That's it? That's the Atmey fighting style? Well, Mr. Wright, what about the testimony? It's very important. Of course it's important. We've learned a detective's secret technique, after all. Yes, indeed. I'll remember to use it if I ever take a walk alone late at night. Why the heck is he eyeballing me like that? It's creeping me out. And the beard likes you. Alright. Now then, witness. We'll go ahead and add that secret information to your official testimony. And the contradiction here is obviously that he was hit in the back of the head. Detective Atmey, your testimony is crumbling like a house of cards.
What fun is this, Sir Lawyer? It is truly a pleasure to cross swords with you. And now once again you have thrown down the gauntlet at my armored feet.
I believe this is what you said yesterday.
No, the coward must have wormed his way in through somewhere besides the door. Then my arch-nemesis struck me on the head from behind with this gruesome item here.
From behind? Huh? But just now you testified that he struck you on the forehead. I hardly think you could forget where you were hit on the head.
Ow! It seems I've made another mistake.
Detective Atmey, that's not the only strange part of your testimony. What do you mean by that? For example, the very fact that you hid the calling card from the police itself is strange. It's almost as if you were afraid they were going to help with security.
Geniuses such as myself have always been misunderstood. How sad.
Oh, that's wrong.
Objection! To err is human, to forgive is divine. Humans aren't machines. They have souls, feelings. They live, they die, they love, they hate, and yes, they even make mistakes.
Hey, hold on. It's not as pretty as that.
Really? What is it like then? Always chase a riddle down to the end. That's one of my rules.
This is it. This might just be my chance to turn things around. Mr. Wright, what exactly is it that you're asserting? We'll find out next episode. Rate, comment, subscribe, favorite, and see you guys next time.
If you're throwing a party, I'll bring the bitches. Bitches love coffee. That and my giant Italian dick. It has its own visor. Oh, coffee. Coffee bitches. I pick up all my dates from the Starbucks. Oh, yes. Coffee. Bow-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. I learned that one from the old jazz night theme. Karaoke. Oh, coffee. If coffee was a woman, I would have impregnated her long ago. If coffee was a woman, I'd be a polygamist. If coffee was a woman, we'd never see each other. If coffee was a woman, she'd be your dead mentor.